Hello and welcome to Sunday's edition of Wardy's Waffle. Hope you're all having a decent week. We haven't had any rain again this week, which I think is probably the second week since we've had no rain, and lots of frost, which is great as well, apart from for the sugar beet, because the sugar beet definitely doesn't like that, because it rots in the ground and the top of it goes rotten. We lost a lot of sugar beet 3 or 4 years ago from maybe a bit more than that now, actually, from frost. In this update, we had the La-di-da dinner, which is an agricultural dinner in Lincolnshire, so I'll touch on that. Also, I've got a few more snippets from Lamma. I didn't quite get them all in on the midweek update. Those of you who haven't seen that, please check out the midweek update I put out on Wednesday night, because there's a whole 25 minutes about Lamma there, so please look at that. Also, we go around mapping the fields and checking the field boundaries, because I know those are wrong. Farrells have come lent us to John Deere, and one of the young guys, Alex, to help us with that. Also, we're dragging the fields on the frost, which is good. We've also got Barry here, come with his digger, been doing some bits to job to the pond overflow. He's loosening these planings while we're at it as well, and that will be enough for this week. So thanks very much for watching, and hope you enjoy this week's update, this Sunday update, and we'll see you at the end. Got a nice frost this morning, so we've got the drag back on the RX. We're just dragging up this field, the some of it that's coming sugar beet. Got some wet holes in 1 or 2 places on this outside, so we just thought we'd get the drag in while the frost's on to get underneath it and open it up, just let it drain a bit better. Just seeing this corner, it's been wet here, so it'll do it good, get it loosened up. Frost just starting to go. Actually, we've just had a tine break. We just had to change a tine, which is a shame. We've lost it in about an hour. Yeah, it looks a bit wet and strong for having sugar beet in it, but it will be all right. This end always is a bit sticky, and it's had water stood on it as well. It'll be fine when we get another few weeks on it. We won't look at doing anything to this field with sugar beet until probably March time. Just come to Lincolnshire Showground. It's Tuesday evening. We've got the La-di-da dinner, and La-di-da stands for Lincolnshire and District Dinner to Agriculture. It's the old fat stock dinner. There'll be probably 350 people here, which is great. I brought daughter Sam and partner Michael, and Rhonda's come as well. There are a few women starting to come now, which is good as well. There's probably going to be 40 or 50 females here tonight, which would be fantastic. Anyway, we'll go inside and just have a look around and see who's here, but looking forward to a great night ahead. And also, I've brought my carving gear because I'm carving for one of the tables. Incidentally, this is at the Lincolnshire Showground, which is just on the northern edge of Lincoln. I do, please. Yes, thank you. Everything. Thank you. So, just carrying on around here, the crone stand. Big forage harvester there. So it picks up the grass after it's been cut. That is a maize header as well. See there how it's cutting it. That's all the maize up through the plants, all the cobs of maize and the stalks. That's inside, feeding it. It's all been chopped up, you can see there, pulverised. And it goes up through the top, and then it's heading up through into that spout, which I'll just show you the other side. That's what feeds into the trailer up there. And there's a tedder for when you chop the grass, for fluffing it up, letting the air get into it, conditioning it and drying it out before it's either cut for silage or ready for baling. So slurry cat, this is for injecting livestock slurries into the soil, saves on applying extra fertiliser. Here's another one. Really good form of nutrients. Livestock manures are really good. Looks like we've got the sniffer dogs here. Another Lincolnshire trailer manufacturer. These are your seeders that go on top of cultivators for dropping fine seed, cover crops, slug pellets and things like that into the ground to save you going over another pass. Maize header that goes on the front of a combine. There's a Fent spray. This is huge spray. This is, I don't know how much it weighs, but huge. There's an Agrifac. Another large sprayer. Oh, here's the Fent combine.
Your attention, please. The halls are now closed. Can all remaining visitors please make your way to the exit? All remaining visitors, please make your way to the nearest exit. Thank you.
I think that means me. McHale up there, they're an Irish company, a lot of grassland equipment. That's a large Voucher tractor. Didn't know they made them as big as that. Not sure how many horsepower that one is. Can't see a board that says what it is. Nope. These used to be known as the Caterpillar Challengers. They were rebranded, something to do with some European agreement they had. Rebranded as Fent and painted Fent green, but under the skin they are, or were, Challengers. It's Thursday morning and fresh back from a fantastic day at Lamma yesterday. Great event. Thank you to the organisers, did a cracking job, and it was great in the NEC in Birmingham. For those of you who want to watch the update, I did put I did update Wednesday night. That was update 219 from Lamma, so have a look at that if you didn't get a chance to go to the event. Anyway, you can just see a John Deere tractor behind me coming around the field margins. What we're doing while it's really frosty, we're marking out and remapping our fields because we've never really done them properly yet. And our RX is on the drag. Tom's dragging at the minute. The sprayer's at Lamma, so we haven't got Green Star. So Farrell's have come with the tractor and Green Star Dome, and also young Alex from Farrell's is coming to drive it. So we're just mapping all the fields, and I'll show you how we do this. But we need to get this right to get all the boundaries correct, because we haven't done this properly yet, and we've made an attempt at it, but they're just not accurate enough. So we're trying to get it accurate once and for all. So when you lock down this hedge here, it is straight, which makes it easier, and that hedge down there is straight as well. There's a little bit of bush that's dropped out. We need to saw that up. So what we're trying to do is get a straight line. So they put 2 bollards up for 2.2 metres off the centre of the hedge. Now we do that because we're not allowed to crop closer than 2 metres to the hedge. And if we get an inspection, we can have some of our stewardship payments taken away from us. So I'm going 2.2 metres here just to make sure. So we need to put a corner point in here, and that's what I've done with that tape measure down there. So I'm now just going to measure 2.2 metres off the centre of that hedge, put a cone in here, and then Alex will drive to this corner and set it with the dome dead over this corner, and then we'll know we're right. He has got a 1.2 metre offset put into the screen. If you look at the dome on the top of the cab, we've measured from the outside of that tyre on the left. So we've measured from the outside of that tyre there to the centre of the dome, and it's 1.2 metres. So the idea is that with the 1.2 metre offset put in, when we come to cultivate it, it will actually cultivate to the outside, to the correct place, to the outside of his tyre. So that's why we've got the offset in. So I'm just going to measure this down here now, and then we'll get it right. Luckily, this is field of wheat we have drilled, but because it's really hard and frosty, we're able to drive all over it, which is fantastic to get this job done. What Alex is doing is having to put this corner mark in this way, because if he drives up to the hedge with the bonnet, the tractor's longer than the 1.2 metres. So we need to just come from this way. We only put 1 point in at the corner, and then it'll ping a straight line that way, and then it'll also ping a straight line that way when we get the other corner marked. There, so what we're doing here is, the outside of that tyre there is the cultivation line, or the edge of the field this way. That cone there marks where the dome is, and that's pinging the point in for the corner of the field. So now what we do is we go down the other end of the field and we put a corner in and get that marked up. I'll just go in the cab and just see if Alex can show us. Alex, can you just do your bit, please? Show the screen. I've just explained this one we've done down here. Can you?
So we've put a point in already there, and then if we press resume, it pings the straight line all the way across.
Can you can see that there? You can see that line. And is that the line we've just done?
So that's the line we've just driven along that first boundary.
Yeah.
And then we can pause it, drive to the next one, mark it out, and put the next point in.
Brilliant, thank you. So that's what we've done down there. So that's the straight line we've just put in down there. So we're now going to drive to that far corner, measure that one, and go down there. And lovely thing this morning, up the red arrows are out. We're practicing up there as well. Could be better. So now Alex is driving, but we're not mapping because it's a straight side. We don't need to map or sort of drive accurately down this side. We can just drive anywhere you like. You could drive right out here or a mile away. Once we get to that corner though, we need to mark that accurately, and then it will ping a straight line in from that corner straight into the corner just behind Alex. So when you've got straight sides, this is a really good way of doing it. Just takes a bit of accuracy or a bit of time measuring the corners, but it's worth it because you'll have these maps for years. So Alex isn't mapping now as such. We're just driving along here freehand. We're going to just bang a point in this corner, and then this through down here, and then it'll put a straight line in back to halfway down the field where we've just come from. And then this hedge down here is straight, so we'll have another one down that corner and have this straight as well. So this is a great example here. So that cone is the corner of that line, and also down there past the yard, and it'll put a straight line in, and when we get to that bottom corner we'll complete the map, and then we'll have a look at the shape of the field and the size of it. Right, anyway, so just see whether you can see the light bit of the shape of the field there. That's what it is. So we've been all the way around and got back to this corner where we started.
Click resume, and then ping final edge in straight to where the last point was.
Yeah.
Then we can click save, and that is saved for the boundary, and then we can go in, and then it'll give us a new boundary.
There's a lot of reflection on the screen, sorry. There we go.
So the new boundary will pop up, and you can basically use it.
Yeah. So this is the boundary line. You can see the line down there. Great.
Yeah.
So what Alex has done is just put an imaginary cultivator on the back of 2.4 metres wide. Because we've got an offset of 1.2 metres, that should put the wheel in exactly the same place. So it's just checking that when you do it on actual auto steer, not the mapping setting, that is it actually done it right. Because when we come around the field with the sprayer, we don't want the boom to be outside the area where we're meant to be, or the cultivator. So he's just checking now. He's on auto steer now, and the tractor should be following the map that we've just done in one of the fields. We don't want to do any more fields until we just make sure this is right. So Alex is just getting his tape measure out just to make sure we're right.
2.1?
Yeah, it was, that's right, 2.1, 2.2, that's just right. Spot on down there. Perfect. So that'll be the same gap now, all the way down that hedge. Got in another field, right near the A17. There's a dead deer lying on the side of the road. I've been past here 3 or 4 times last day, I haven't noticed it. Oh, it's not fresh, looking at that. Its eyes are missing. Sad when you see things like this. There's a lot around here at the minute. Got Barry back today. We're just sorting this overflow out from the pond. Putting a new one in. Oh, that's better, Barry. That's good. See there, it's dropping it down. Going into this chamber. So we've decided to put a chamber in so we can see what's happening. Going into a land drain that goes out across the field. So I'm just going to go and have a look across this outfall here. The pipe across here is, we're just going to have a look at it. The pipe across here in the bank just there is the outfall from all the house roof, water and the drive and everything. So this is the outfall pipe. You can just see it's fully underwater there. Water's over the top of that by about an inch, half an inch. And this pipe goes along here, underneath there, down the side of the house, and it collects all the roof water and all the water from the front of the drive. So Barry's going to drop it. We're going to just keep it trickling out of that other end. Sorry, maybe we can't see for the sun. But it's just around there where Barry's working. So we're going to drop that 4 or 5 inches and just keep seeing, and maybe just stop it so the water is at the bottom of the pipe. But 2 or 3 weeks ago, I put that tine in off the back of our Simba drill there. That's water where it was up to. That's the highest it got to. So I'll put that in just to see if it's got a leak. So when the water gets down to the right levels, I'll actually put that back in the water and just keep your eye on it and just see whether that's leaking or not, because I know we've got still a bit of the banks to clay line. That's what that heap there is for. That's to spread over the banks. Barry's got to spread that around the bank and just smear it to just line it, because clay is obviously a good sealant and will stop it leaking. So Tom's been doing a bit more dragging this morning, but I've been up there measuring the field, so I couldn't get any video of him doing it. He's been doing one of the fields we did the other day. Yeah, he's been doing one of the fields we did, when I say the other day, we did it possibly, actually, I think it might even have been early December, so because it wanted doing again, so we've done it and crossed it at a different angle. And but I didn't get any clips of it because I've been with Alex measuring out these fields and getting the mapping and the boundaries sorted out. Anyway, he's going out tomorrow again in the morning, and I'll get some clips then. Anyway, just turn the camera around looking at this overflow of this pond. So that's how far we've got to go. It's about probably 150, 170 metres maybe, and the pipe just where that blue stake is. Yeah, it's coming well out the pond, that is. That's the overflow. That's the normal land drain that was put in probably 25, 30 years ago. So all this paddock was drained because it was part of that field across there. So that hedge in the middle of the screen wasn't there. We put that in 20 odd years ago and planted all these trees, put the pond in and everything. And then this paddock here was part of that big field. So we've got a lovely area here for wildlife and nature. On the RX at the minute today, so we've just come in with the drag just to try and pull it up a bit, to open it up to get the water to drain through it. Yeah, not doing a bad job. Roughing it up, that'll be fine. It's only because the lumps are hard and frozen that they're so big. When it thaws and weathers, they'll all mellow down. You can see here where the soils run together. You see the dark spot there that has obviously been wet. group has just altered the top length of the touch. That's doing a good job there. Barry's here just doing the overflow with the ponds, as you saw earlier, and he's just come down to loosen some more of these planings. These are the planings that we screened last year, and these are the ones that we're using on our lanes because it's had all the big lumps taken out, but they're set so hard, you can see there with the teeth marks, that we can't dig them out with our Manitou. So Barry's just come with his back bucket and just loosening them for us and putting them on a pile there. You can see they're really good planings, these are, for farm tracks. Nice bit of dust with it as well. When you look there, look at that, nice bit of dust with it. Nice bit of bigger stuff as well, and they're binding really, really well, but you can just see there how solid the heap is. In the summer or the late spring when it's a lot warmer, we're going to go over all our farm tracks and put probably 2 or 3 inches of planings on everything. So we'll use a good lot of this heap. There won't be an awful lot left. And we've got a lot of tracks here that want doing, such as this one, the other side, this soil here. That one wants properly doing. It's not had anything on it yet. That's because when we have that field sugar beet just beside that heap of soil, we come down here with the beet trailers and it usually gets a lot of soil on it. Wheats have improved quite a bit, as you can see, since the water's gone. There are some bare patches on them, such as this patch here, but generally, yeah, they're not going to yield brilliantly, but they've improved a lot. Get some early nitrogen on once we get into middle of February, get some nitrogen on and start to see these improve. So that's it for another Sunday's edition of Wardy's Waffle. Hope you've enjoyed that look around at various things we're doing on the farm this week. So thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you midweek.